Hi everyone, welcome to SRV Academy of Accounts. Here all my preparations and presentations are only in exam point of view. Follow my regular classes and get more marks in your semester exam. Subject Income Tax Law and Practice. Chapter Set off and Carry Forward Losses. Class 2. See my dear. And today we are going to discuss yet another important problem in set off and carry forward losses. Listen carefully. Mr. Arun, an Indian resident, furnishes the following particulars of his income for the assessment year 23-24. You are required to deal with set off and carry forward losses. Here are the informations. See the one by one. Income from salary 25,000. Income from salary 25,000. We are going to record under the head salary income. Income from securities gross 15,000. So these items we are going to record income from other sources, loss from residential house 5,000, and we are going to record income from house property. See here, loss from residential house 5,000 rupees. Here I want to recall the provision set off and carry forward. Any loss from house property income, as per the interhead set off, the loss it should be set off with salary income up to 2 lakh rupees. Excess over 2 lakhs, it should be carried forward to the subsequent years. Okay. Okay. Profit from cycle business 20,000, income from cloth business 2,000, and speculation loss what about 6,000. So all the three items we are going to record under the head business. And short term capital gain 7,500, long term capital gain 19,500. In both the items we are going to be recording long term capital gain. The carry forward item from the assessment year 22-23 are loss in cycle business 3,000, loss from cloth business what about 5,000, and speculation loss 4,000. So all the three carry forward items, and short term capital loss 3,000 and long term capital loss what about 2,000 is given. Current year depreciation for cycle business is 750. Simple. Okay. So this is yet another important problem I use. So listen carefully. Now we move on to the computation of gross total income. Write down the heading like computation of gross total income for the assessment year 23-24 and divide the four columns particulars, amount. And start with first income from salary. 25,000 is given, and next loss from house property. So we are going to set off with salary income as per the provision. Enter head set off. Okay. And now we move on to the business income. So here the cycle business, cloth business, and speculation loss also given. Okay. Now we look into the question. Yes, profit from cycle business, how much? 20,000. Income from cloth business, how much? 2,000. And speculation loss is given, how much? 6,000. So here the loss in cycle business 3,000 and loss in cloth business, how much? 5,000. And speculation loss is given 4,000, and depreciation for the cycle business for current year 750. Okay. Now we move on to the answer. Okay, business income. The first one, speculation business. Yes, the loss from speculation business for the current year, that means previous year, 6,000 rupees. And next, set up the brought forward speculation loss, how much? 4,000 rupees. And total loss 10,000 rupees. The 10,000 it should be carry forward the speculation loss. So as per the provision, the speculation loss it should be carried forward to the four succeeding the relevant previous years, and the loss it should be set off only in speculation gain. So 10,000 loss we carry forward to the next year, that means subsequent year. Now the income from general business. The first income from cycle business 20,000 and less current year depreciation, how much is given? 750, and deduct and balance 19,250. Again set up brought forward business loss, how much? 3,000 rupees. Okay. Now set up brought forward business losses. Loss of cycle business, how much? 3,000 rupees. You deduct out of 19,250 the balance 16,500. And next we move on to the income from cloth business and 2,000 rupees for previous year, and set up brought forward loss, how much? 5,000 rupees. Just what about remaining? The balance loss, excess loss about 3000. That 3000 cloth business loss, we need adjust with cycle business 16,500. So what about balance? The balance we are going to take into the outer column, that is the income under the head profit and gains. The brought forward loss how much? 5,000, and previous year profit 2,000. The excess over loss 3,000. That 3,000 we have to adjust with cycle business 16,500 rupees. Why we should adjust? As per the provision intra head set off, we should adjust. So what about remaining balance? That balance 13,500 we are going to call as an income under the head profit and gain. We move on to the income from capital gain. Yes, long term capital gain is given 19,000. Now we look into the question. Short term capital gain is given 7,500. Long term capital gain is given 19,500, and short term capital loss 3,000, and long term capital loss how much? 2,000 rupees. Okay. Now we move on to the answer. Income from capital gain. The long term capital gain is given 19,500. Set up brought forward long term capital loss 2,000, and balance 17,500, and short term capital gain 7,500. Set up brought forward short term capital loss 3,000, and what about 4,000? The short term capital gain. Find the total 21,500 taxable long term capital gain. Now we move on to the income from other sources. So interest on securities given 15,000, and find the total. So gross total income is 70,000. How we got the 70,000? See, salary is 25,000, and loss from house property 5,000. That 5,000 we are going to be the set off with salary income. So the balance 20,000. Income from salary 25,000. Loss from house property 5,000. The loss, it should be set off with salary income as per interhead set off provision. And what about income from the business? 13,500. And now long term capital gain 21,500, and income from other sources 15,000. So altogether, what about total? 70,000 rupees. This is a gross total income. Okay. And this is a very important problem for your examination, my dear. Now we are in the end of today's session. I hope you understood this concept as well as the problem is very clear. Students, please subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon to get the further notification of my new uploads. In upcoming videos, we are going to work out the important problems in the chapter set off and carry forward losses.